Soccer. Soccer suit on a hot summer day. Coffee comes back in a nerve-wracking way. The dishes and laundry take the garbage out. What a day, what a day, what a day.
And welcome to Capital Region Today. I'm so happy that you're joining us today. We have a great lineup, lots of good stuff going on in our area, and I'm so thrilled to be able to bring it all to you. While you're sitting in your home or wherever you are, or maybe you're watching this at another time. But we've got a great lineup going up. We're going to be talking about the Titanic. Oh my gosh, I went to that exhibit. It's wonderful. But we're going to learn more about that. Then we're going to talk about the Capital District Music Network, which is a new group that I'm finding out about. So we're going to bring it to you as well. And then we have the hometown banners coming up. That's the Downtown Schenectady Improvement Corporation is sponsoring that, along with the City of Schenectady, I believe. And then Harbinger Theater will be with us. And they are, I'm telling you, this group is started just shortly, a little while ago, and is going gangbusters. So we're really excited to learn about the accomplishments that they have. And then the Friends of the Library are doing the Beat the Snow concerts. And oh my goodness, those are so much fun. And that's just one of the, I think that's Act 2 that they were showing right there. But we'll be talking about that too. But we're going to start right out with our friends from the Armory Studios, New York. We're talking to Ray Legere and Richard Lovrich, and also Ben May, who's a new member of the team. Mm-hmm. So what about the Titanic? Oh my gosh, I went to it. It's amazing.
It is pretty impressive. It is impressive.
It's educational.
It's some people are concerned about it because it might be sad.
No.
But it's a partial documentary. You're taken on the journey, pardon the pun.
Right.
But you go on this journey of how it happened and some of the things that fell into place to make this disaster
and how the ship was built, and there's just so much behind the scenes on this.
We've had it's been a great attraction already, and the thing that speaks loudly is the fact that so many people have gone to it and referred it to friends. Some exhibits don't have that, where you go and say, would you go again? Not really.
No,
we've had people come back a couple times already.
Well, I know I'm going to come back because I got to do the virtual reality.
Oh, don't miss that. That's
Somebody's going to hold my hand for that one, I guess.
Well, the thing I'm excited about is what it's done for the county and the Capital Region. Once again, the exhibition hub's done a terrific job bringing another blockbuster into
They brought you Van Gogh, they brought you Monet,
Yep.
They brought you the
Dinosaurs.
Art of the bricks. Yeah.
Right. They have a great program. They design these things wonderfully. But it's already, I think we're over 30-some thousand people.
For the Titanic,
Yeah.
you mean? Wow.
Yeah. It's been an amazing run. Well, it's got great history and connections everywhere. I think I mentioned earlier that we have 5 or 6 Titanic passengers buried in Vale Cemetery here in Schenectady.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know
There's
that.
a lot of connection here, but it brings so many people to Schenectady. They come, they have lunch, they visit downtown. It's just a great thing for the
Well,
county.
we're a destination. We have the casino. We have the harbor. There's just so much going on in our community, and of course Spamalot is coming here. So
Yep.
I don't know if they're coming for that too, but I am. So anyway, but the Titanic I thought was very interesting. That it was, and when you go there, they give you a boarding pass, right?
Mm-hmm. They give you a boarding pass, and it's by random.
Yeah.
And then you check to see where you are on the survivor list.
Yeah.
It's quite moving.
Yeah,
It
it
really
is.
is.
And at the very end, can we show some of those pictures of the, there we go. Okay, so let's look at that. Let's talk about that. Okay, so there's a photo op there, right?
There is. Richard, do you want to speak?
Yeah, the photo ops really abound, and that first image on the top left, that's the first thing that greets you. So you get to do your Titanic the movie move.
Yeah, with the arms out,
having
Leonardo
mentioned
DiCaprio.
Having mentioned that, You know, the Titanic story, it spawned more than 80 movies, series, and television shows.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Countless books and articles. And Google up Titanic, and you'll find there are stories going on every month, new stories. So it's very much vital and very much in people's minds. And when you're on this journey, as is indicated in the pictures, as the young lady on the bottom right and the family on the left, you are a passenger.
You
That's
become
the
a
important
passenger,
part.
yeah.
And that sounds a little dark, but it does engage you. And if you take it all the way through to the VR experience, that's truly awesome. It's a walkthrough. One of your crew members mentioned having some motion issues. Simply, if you do have any worries about that, simply tell the crew beforehand, and they will literally hold your elbow and help you through it.
Well,
it is not crazy.
No.
It's not a roller coaster ride under any circumstance. It's really beautiful.
Well, I know I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. But I noticed in the sign that says Titanic, you haven't mentioned the immersive, which is rather interesting. I took a photo of a friend sitting in the boat, the boat
So true.
against the ship going down. So.
Yeah, and it's a great story they tell in there as well. It's very. I've known many people have commented. Other reporters, they're really quite taken in by. It's a truly human story.
It is. Can we see the next set of slides, please? Okay. And this shows the ship there, and with a person standing there, actually.
Yeah, the grand staircase is obviously one of the most used photo op spots in the experience. But you can see our own Ben May on the bottom right in the experience room, and he can speak to his experience at the show.
Oh, yeah. How was it, Ben?
It was amazing. Yeah, like you said, the immersive experience was a great storyline. It wasn't just like the facts and information. It kind of takes you on a journey of a couple of passengers, which was amazing. The VR, I had the opportunity to experience that the other day. It's unlike anything I've seen. You know, I did it for Van Gogh and Monet, where you kind of sit there.
I did both of those too, yeah.
Yeah, it takes you through. This one, you actually put on the headset and you walk through the room, like you're walking through the halls of the ship and then into cabins and stuff.
I got to do it. I'll be there.
It's amazing. Yep. So I'll give you a little bit of advice, and that is when you first put it on, take a few seconds to acclimate yourself, because it can get a little bit.
Because you're there.
You're there, yeah, you're in it, and then all of a sudden the room around you disappears, and you're in a totally different place. So it's a great experience, and I highly recommend anyone going out and trying it out.
Yeah, and then one thing shows the boarding pass that you get. Down. I think that was a boarding pass. I can't remember. At the end, you find out, and then there's another slide, and I have to mention this because on the right-hand side, my husband's family member went down on the Titanic. So that was Millette there. So, and he was a family historian. So there you go.
Roots everywhere.
Roots everywhere, yeah.
That's an awesome story, Ann.
Yeah, it's just something that, we always knew, but now I can look at it.
A little bit of Armory Studios, New York, and Schenectady Pride. In the slide that had Ben, you can see our ceiling of Studio A was in the shot.
Oh.
That's not typical. When they do these immersive shows, they put a screen over the top, so you don't see the pipes and the ventilation ducts.
I didn't even notice those.
They do not do that when they're at Armory Studios New York, because the building is so beautiful. Armory Studios New York was built only 25 years after the Titanic went down. Yeah. And it's still here, and what Ben does...
36, wasn't it? 36, was it, that it was built?
36, exactly right.
Whoa.
Using Schenectady store, at the time, earth-shattering brand new technology of welding from General Electric. Big surprise. And Ben is the person that when you come to Armory Studios, you may meet him in the halls with our beautiful art display from Art Night Schenectady that's in all of our halls.
Well, you've done so much with Armory Studios. I mean, the creativity, and you're so lucky to be in the team now. Ben is brand new here. But what a wonderful space. You've done sports, you've done art,
It's such a
down in
versatile
the
building.
Officers Club, you've done amazing things down there.
It's funny because the building exhibition hub is one part of the whole story there, but Ben is in charge of all events, and we're doing a lot of bookings. What do we have going
So,
on?
first of all, I think that it's an amazing venue for this specific exhibit with the history of the building. People walk in, they come up huge main front stairs. They pull open these big woody castle doors. Yeah, and people are like fascinated before
I
they
said
even.
it's an armory. What do you expect?
Right, yeah, they're fascinated before they even get into the exhibit. They're looking around. And it's interesting because oftentimes I'll be in the hallways and I'll talk to the guests, see how they like the experience and so on. And like, I get the same question over and over. And that question is like, well, what else do you guys do here? Like, look at this building. And it kind of surprises me every time I hear it. But, I ask them, do you have a second of your time? I'll show you around and kind of explain. And so what we do is we offer like a variety of private and event and party spaces. So weddings, baby showers, holiday parties, birthday parties. Yeah, everything to corporate events, fundraisers, and so on, everywhere in between. Like you mentioned, we have our Officers Club, we have our Armory Lounge. And so it's just a great experience, and that same kind of fascination people get when they walk into the doors. They have that same experience in these event spaces with our exposed brick, original wood panel walls and stuff.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great, unique atmosphere for an event, and so it kind of goes really well with the Titanic as well.
Well, you mentioned that. I was a greeter when I think the Go was there, and we were also doing the Halloween parties. Remember that down in the thing? People really, I can't tell you how many times they would come out and say, this is amazing, this is amazing, this is amazing. It was like...
It's a great building.
Yeah, and I was like telling them, okay, there's the exhibit, and there's this, and there's that. But it was so fun to have families come in and see the awesomeness of their expressions.
It's really rewarding.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, you've done a great job, and how long? Well, the Titanic's going to be there for a while, right?
I think
I mean, they should get their tickets
up
soon,
to March
or-
right now.
Yeah.
Up to March.
Up to March. Okay, get your tickets because
your tickets,
you're
right.
really gonna enjoy it, and then at the end you find out, where's my passenger, first class, second class, what then you find out, But mine was in the first class, so.
You made it?
So there you go. No, that was Greg's family. I was just like,
No, but during when your exhibit, did you
yeah,
survive?
mine did not make it. Yeah.
For some reason, I always
still
get
have my
crew.
ticket. Actually, I took a picture of it. So, good. So listen, go and see it, and lots of good stuff going on, and plenty of parking in behind. So no problems. No issues. No issues. Great to see you guys.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks, Ann.
Congratulations, Ben.
I appreciate it.
New job there. These guys are really hard to work with. I know. It's gonna be We're going to switch over and talk to Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes is with the Capital District Music Network, and I have to say, I looked at his website and I looked at his newsletter, and I am very impressed. So I am impressed with you, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, tell our viewers about it.
Okay, so the Capital District Music Network is a dream that I've had for about 20 years.
Okay.
I've been a professor at UAlbany. I'm a CPA.
Okay.
I was the director of accounting programs for 15 years at UAlbany, very
So
busy.
I can count on you, right?
Yes, thank you. So I've been on...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I've been on multiple arts organization boards. I'm a cellist originally.
Oh, really?
I am still a piano technician. I've been doing that for 48 years. So my connections
Wait,
in
what is
music...
a piano technician?
I tune
you
and
tune
service
pianos?
pianos.
Okay,
I
good.
used to tune the pianos here years ago. So,
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I basically, I've known that we have not had a comprehensive network for the music industry in this area at all.
No, I don't
the
believe
community,
so.
I should say, as
Yeah.
opposed to industry. So I have dreamed of doing this, and when I retired in May of last year, I said, I'm going to spend a few months researching, figuring out how to do this and what I want to do. Fortunately, I have a PhD in information science, so this management of information for me comes easy. One of my former department chairs looked at the newsletter and the website the other day and said, you can tell an information scientist designed this. I have packed in a lot.
I know. I mean, there's a
Yes.
lot in there.
But you only have to look at what you want because it's done through embedded PDFs. You click on what you want and you go there. I will give you an inside scoop. When I finish the January issue, which comes out the first week of each month, we're still finishing sending out the emails with the issue. That issue, if you put it end to end, is over 200 pages long. But nobody looks at 200 pages.
No, they look at what they're looking for.
Exactly, and that's the idea of it.
But
Information
who is
should
this
be.
for?
So it is designed to function for professional musicians, recreational musicians, student musicians, music lovers, and then also for any of the businesses and individuals who support and work with the music area, the music community.
Okay, so it covers everybody.
This month I published a list of 95 school districts and private schools and over 500 music teachers who are working in those schools.
And so, but just the Capital District?
Just-
Are you kidding?
The Capital District is a little bit expanded because I do go into the Hudson Valley a little bit. I
Oh,
work
yeah.
with the Hudson Valley
Okay.
Philharmonic. I work with the Bardavon But yeah, primarily it's the Capital District. But then I'm working with every genre. I'm working with jazz, I'm working with blues, I'm working with choral, orchestral, even all the musical theater groups. So as of this month, I've got 35 musical theater groups tied in. And I'll be working to get as many as possible.
Musical theater groups?
We have
where
a one.
are they?
Well, look at what's happening
have
with
to look at your
Harbinger.
website.
That's right. But look what's happening with Harbinger and 518 Theater. Thank you very much, the folks who run that, because I literally every month I scope 110 websites to see what's the latest.
Harbinger is going to be on the show.
Yeah, and all these different theater, and many of them are opening up as music performance venues when they're not running a show.
Okay.
And so last month alone, I interviewed and facilitated the opening of 35 new music venues for musicians to go out and perform in.
Wow.
But everybody and their brother is now hosting music. Frog Alley, Wolf Brewing, all these places over
Mount
here.
Ida was on the show.
Yes.
They're doing it now, too.
I'm actually doing an interview with their
With
executive
Estabrook,
director
yeah,
next week.
yeah.
And every month I do a profile, 1 or 2 profiles on either an individual or an organization that's helping the music community to do well. And I think in another month or 2, I'm going to have to bump it up to 2 because I've got 12 of them pre-booked right now. So,
my God.
And it's pretty at length. The music director that I profiled this month, it's a 5-page PDF of all of the work he's directed.
And who is it?
His name is Dan Gallagher. He's a young teacher who's teaching in the Ravenna-Queens School District. He went to Potsdam. He's a pianist and a percussionist.
Potsdam is a music.
Exactly.
Yeah, wonderful.
All my
cousin
friends
went there. My cousin went there.
I played cello professionally when I was younger, and so all my friends went to Potsdam. I didn't.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But so he's a brilliant young man, and he's directed like 85 music theater productions in this area in the last 15 years. If you're in musical theater, you probably know who Dan Gallagher is. He's been working a lot with Slock and so forth.
Really?
So,
Oh, wow.
wonderful young man, and his philosophy, which I get into the backstory. I love backstories. So I get into the
They're the
backstory. I ask him questions, and his philosophy is really wonderful. It's very respectful and considerate of all the people he works with. That's why people, if you mention him, nobody hesitates to want to work
I have
with
to
him.
get him on the show.
You should. He's a real.
In the
he's
summer
real-
when he's not working.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's now gigging as well.
Okay.
So, so that's just one example. But I think one of the new things I added this month is I have a whole composer section. So people affiliated with or related to the Capital Region, I've got profiles on what they do, what their interest areas are, and links to their work that are online. And I've got about 18 composers highlighted this month. I've already got a lot more.
Does anybody else countrywide, is there anyone
No.
that does this? Because
Not to this extent.
Brand new to me.
I have won awards when I was a professor because I do these huge research projects that nobody else wants to do.
Because you got back.
Because I'm also a bit of a freak, and you can't use that word "young people" the way you do. I'm too
no,
old
I
for
know
that.
what you mean, yeah.
And when I used to teach classes, I'd use the word "freak," and I say, "Don't think of
no,
it that
not
way.
that- not
I'm too
that
old
way."
for that." Exactly. But the reality is that I like working, and I do a lot of things, and I never sit still very long.
Yeah.
So.
I share that with you.
Yeah, well, birds of a feather, right? Flock together. So, but no, I mean, and I love the arts community, all of it. I decided to focus on music, but I can't just leave it at that, so I stretch into music theater. And I'm
But
working.
it's all connected.
It
Whether
is.
you
It
do
is.
those big old circles and
Yep.
you put the circles inside the circles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I used to do research in forensic accounting and network.
Sociograms,
Exactly. And everything has an impact on everything else. And
Yeah.
I say to people, if nothing else, tell people to look at the newsletter, look at the website, because under the theory that a rising tide raises all boats, then I hope all the boats raise really well.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and I do think that all the arts community benefits from any other thing that bolsters it. There's
So-
nothing negative. You'll never read gossip or any negativity. It's all positive.
Okay, is this like a membership or is
It's
this
free to everyone and anyone. So, can we bring up the slide? You can
Yeah.
see the website, so we can show you the website.
Yeah, I think
which
you're- I
actually
think
the
they're getting it up
website is
now,
where we
yeah.
archive the current edition and the previous editions of the newsletters.
Is that it? Well, it's over on the side though, but yeah.
So that little yellow thing, that's actually the flyer we put out, which has a QR code. If you click
Okay.
on the QR code, it'll send me an email and say, please subscribe me to the newsletter.
Okay.
At this point, the newsletter is going to a little over 1,500 people a month. I am a CPA. I know how to run businesses, and I'm doing this very efficiently. I'm the only investment. It's my labor hours.
So really, you're not like funded. You're like
It
me.
is
I'm
not
doing
a
this,
not-for-profit.
but, yeah,
No,
the
it's
same
not a
thing.
not-for-profit. It's actually
A mission.
It's a piece of my business as a piano technician. I have a website, markhughesphd.com. The CDMM website is actually a section of that website. So,
Okay.
And to keep that cost down, to give it sustainability, to make it simpler to run and make sure that I can do a good job with it. I'm not in it for the long haul. It's not a secret. I retired this past year. I'll tell you, I'm 69 years old, but I don't feel that way. And my grandmother worked until she was 98. So I think I planned on doing this for a while.
You're going to be around a while.
And I'm not playing anymore. I decided about 10 years ago my value. I did theater for 6 or 8 years. I'm a cellist. I was a pianist. I was a music director in a church. And I've realized
you're an accountant. You've done the, so in the music. So you got it all.
I told you that's why I call myself a freak. But the reality is that I consider myself better at being a facilitator than anything else, and this is my bailiwick. This is where I belong.
This is where you belong.
Absolutely.
So you're really reaching out to anyone that has an interest in music. I'll put interest because it may be that they want to know what's going on and where can I maybe take a banjo lesson or something.
Right. So the number one area that people look at is the performance schedule. So for January alone, there are 181 performances. Every single day of the week, I've listed what's available for a performance that evening. There's at least 2 every day of the week. During the holiday season.
How do you find them? Because I know I list stuff, and you got to really. People say to me, "Where do you get your list?" I go, "It's like you got to look for it."
I spend 20 to 30 hours a month maintaining this, but the last week of the month, I dedicate 3 days. And I search 110 websites every single month for every possible schedule. There are some people that don't post regular schedules, so they individually email me their content. My deadline is the last week of the month, so if you want to be in the newsletter, make sure you get it to me by the last week of the month. I'm happy to put you in there.
Okay, so I have to ask you, do you have Beat the Snow?
So if it was out there.
Janice, are you listening?
My problem is that so I only edit once a month. So if it comes out, if I don't get it by the 1st of January, there will be nothing for it for January.
Okay. You know where to send it, Jan.
Yes. Now, I may have picked up some of the pieces because some of the individual performers may have given it to me.
Send it to you.
Yes. So, but I opened up 247 venues this past month that are available for music performances. I try to find everyone and anyone I can. I do interviews on the phone as much as possible. After being a teacher for so many years, I have an anti-Zoom mode.
Anti-Zoom,
I taught 7 hours a day.
I feel for you, yes.
But I like to talk to people in person before I list anything if I can. But I have listings for music teachers. I have listings for music organizations looking for musicians and music folks. I have musicians looking specifically for types of gigs. I'm listing with the choral groups if they're looking for sopranos, altos, tenors, or basses.
So you really are a network.
I am. Yeah, that's why it's called this Capital District Music Network.
I'm so glad I connected with you because I was not aware.
Nobody is. It's only 3 months old.
Yeah, I know.
But people say to me, put something in your hands for 3 months. So at school they used to call me the Energizer Bunny. I said, that's not a very adult-sounding label for me, but it kind of does talk about what I do. You know? And I've run all the special events in that department for many years. I had a piano trio. We played weddings every week for 10 years.
Oh my goodness.
And I was often the MC for the receptions.
Right?
I'm a cellist, but I don't play out anymore. It's just not my thing. I play. I love to. I have thousands of hours. I record every single session so that I can listen back and see what I need to improve. And I have a beautiful cello, but the truth is that I just don't have it in me to perform anymore. Your age has an effect on what you want to do in terms of running around. That cello case is not light.
No, I know, but you found a niche, I think. You've created it. You didn't just find it, you created it. Something that is so unusual to me, and I've been doing this show going on 28 years, I've never heard of anything like this. And it's not that I'm not paying attention to the world outside of the Capital Region, but I've never heard of this. But I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
We're almost out of time.
I appreciate
it. Anybody that wants to, what is your website? We've had it up on the screen.
It's up on the screen, and if you want to get access, the easy way is just email cdmnmusic@gmail.com.
Okay.
And then I'll get you into anything and anything you want.
Okay, good. So I'm going to start sending you stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good. Okay. We've been talking with Mark Hughes, and what an amazing thing. And if you like music or you're interested in music or you are a musician or whatever, this is the guy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you again. We'll do it again sometime. Yeah. And now we're going to talk about banners. What kind of banners?
These are our Hometown Heroes banners that
Hometown
get
Heroes.
displayed all throughout downtown Schenectady, honoring folks either active duty or veterans.
There's some right there,
Yeah, either active duty or veterans for all of our armed forces.
Okay, so then, and who picks these? I mean, how do you find it?
So we have nominations open now for people to get banners for loved ones. We also have sponsorship banners that are available if companies want to support veteran services or
Maybe
the
don't have a
military.
veteran, but you can connect them, right?
Correct, and then that allows us to honor veterans whose families maybe can't purchase a banner for them. So we have nominations open now where we have sometimes coworkers want to surprise one of their own
that's so
with a
nice, yeah.
dedication, or family members want to remember a loved one.
So this can be living or dead.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. We've had folks who had banners put up when they turned 18 and ranked up, and their families wanted to show how proud they were that they chose that life. So it could really be anyone. We've worked with the Historical Society before.
Did I see one Revolutionary?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a double take on that one.
And those are, it's tough to pick a favorite because it's either a story that is tough to stumble upon naturally, or it's something that comes right from the heart and the family, and every single banner comes with that story. Someone who decided to sign that blank check to dedicate their lives to service, and what a fortunate community we are that we have so many to honor in that way.
Yeah. Now, how many banners do you hang into our community, into the, it's throughout the city,
Yeah.
the downtown area?
Yeah, so it's
How many do you
throughout
do?
downtown, and it changes every year depending
that's what I
on,
was gonna
on
ask,
who
yeah.
comes through. But this will be our 12th year of doing the banner program, and to date we've honored almost 500 military
So you
folks.
display how many a year, though?
It depends on how many purchase in for
25?
each year.
25?
More than that, more
Okay.
than that. And then each banner is hung for 2 years.
Okay.
So once you're purchasing a banner or sponsoring a banner, it gets hung for a 2-year cycle, and we try and keep it up. They're very high quality materials. I actually brought a couple to show.
Oh, good. Why don't you do that?
Sure.
Yeah.
So these are some
They're good
examples.
size,
They're
yeah.
a very good size, and we partner with the city of Schenectady so that they can be shown on the street poles along our major streets, like
Right.
State Street.
And then
So-
after this, let's see, I see Broadview sponsored this
So
one.
yep, so this is one that was sponsored by Broadview. They have been a huge partner for us since the inception of this program, and they do a lot for our military community.
So what happens after they're retired?
So after they are retired, the families are able to come and take them.
Oh, okay.
And that's sort of fun to see as well. Driving around our community, there's places where in residential neighborhoods you'll see
they
our
can
hometown
hang-
heroes
oh, that's-
banners
oh,
on
that's
someone's
nice.
porch.
Yeah.
And that's a nice remembrance for someone's loved one. And it's a great way to continue showing service.
Yeah, well, you do a lot. The Downtown Schenectady Improvement District. I know that you just recently moved. You're over on Union Street now, but you've done a lot to create. I don't know, say energy is the word I want to
Yeah.
use. Energy. I mean, because you got a soup stroll coming up?
We have a soup stroll coming up at the end of this month. Saturday, January 31st will be our soup stroll, and then you better digest quickly because we have Restaurant Week coming right behind it.
And when's Restaurant Week?
So that'll be February, the last week of February into
Okay.
March 1st.
Okay, is that the thing where they do a fixed price? And
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
kind of.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it'll be
cool.
the same structure as in previous years. For the soup stroll, it's $1 per sample and 3-ounce samples at all of the participating restaurants. And then Restaurant Week will be a $20 prefix lunch and a $30 or $40 prefix
Okay.
dinner.
Yeah, and the one thing I noticed is when is it that you have to buy a ticket?
That's for the wing walk in the fall.
Yeah.
But for both of these, you can just decide to go
Okay.
and meander
I
and
was
enjoy.
surprised about the wing walk, and then it was sold out.
Yeah. Yep,
Bam,
that's
it's
a big
gone.
one every year.
Yeah.
It's a big one every year, but people need to be able to plan because of the expense of chicken wings.
Oh yeah, that's true. And as far as meals, they can just buy a dinner,
Correct.
So it's not an issue there. The soup stroll. Do you do a competition?
Oh, we sure do. We sure do, and we look for the public's input as well. So we want people to go around and taste as many as they are interested in, or as
It's
many
an ounce.
as
What does they get, an ounce?
3 ounces
3 ounces.
for a
Well,
$1
yeah, all
sample.
right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
So
10 of those is 30 ounces. That's almost a quart.
yeah, it's a hefty day of soup drinking, but
Yeah.
you know what? No one ever complains about it because the restaurants show up to show off a lot of signature flavors, and it's just fun.
What was the winner last year? Do you remember offhand?
Simone's Kitchen.
Simone's. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, I thought it was Simone's. Yeah.
Yep, and they're always a favorite. But I will tell you, since we switched to the digital voting, we can see how everything
What's
is
the digital
switching out.
voting? Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, as you're finishing up your soup sampling, scan the QR code and vote for your favorites. We also have different categories that you can vote for. But it is amazing how many of the restaurants get a lot of votes.
Yeah, that's great. And
What a
they're
great problem
voting
to
on the
have,
soup.
right?
They're voting on the soup, not the restaurant.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I'm sure they get creative as well. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? The culinary crowd in our town really puts on their creative hats when it comes to some of these events.
Now, how involved is the downtown Schenectady improvement in these businesses going in? Do you work with the Metroplex, or how does that work? What is your relationship? Just to kind of get an idea.
Sure. So as new businesses are coming in, we always try and keep our finger on the pulse of what's going on downtown so that we can meet the new businesses as they're coming in, and then we assist with things like their promotional efforts to get up and running. We offer to host ribbon cuttings for any new business
nice,
downtown,
nice, yeah.
And get the media involved. So we try and help all of these businesses get up and running and introduce them to the rest of their community, because it's such a bustling and exciting town in downtown Schenectady.
It is. It's getting very.
And everyone really is great about helping each other and wanting to see each other succeed. You know, Mark just mentioned the rising tide that raises all ships, and that's absolutely true of this community.
It is true, and the J Street area seems to be really bustling too. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean we have a few empty places that need to get filled up, so let's just do that too.
Well, I can tell you there's a couple coming in the next year, so you'll be seeing a number of ribbon cuttings coming up from us.
Good. I'm glad. And we have we have a lot that draws people with proctors and with the big events that are now the ice rink is going to go in, or and the swimming. I mean, we've got, and we just talked about Titanic. There's so much that kind of generates energy in the community as well.
Yeah, and a lot of the businesses really lean into it, and that's why it's so nice to be able to showcase some of our events that get people moving around the businesses to see how walkable our downtown is, while they're walking the downtown to see Hometown Heroes banners and be able to track where folks are going.
Yeah.
We actually create maps for them too, so that as you're scanning, you can see the stories of each of the heroes being honored
really?
as well.
Okay,
So
and where did they get that?
that's right on our website
It's
at
on the website.
downtownschenectady.org.
Okay.
And we post all of those when they go up in May. So
Okay.
all of the banners are hung from May through Veterans Day, and then taken down for the season.
So this is the downtown Schenectady improvement. I've watched them since Jim Salango, and the history is amazing with your galas and fundraising and things like that create the energy that goes behind the organization and what you do for the community. And it's downtown, but you kind of seem to stretch a little bit here and there. So.
Yeah, and you know what? I always say our job is easy because the businesses and the community and the residents downtown are so dynamic. All we do is share people's good news, and there's a lot going on. And if there's ways we can help with some events or special promotions or programs along the way, all the better. But
well, they're very fortunate to have you there. There's no question about that, because what you're doing, Maureen, is really amazing. And I understand you have a new
we do. We
new
have a
person
new
working for you.
promotions coordinator who's been she really hit the ground running. You may have seen we had things like our downtown bingo card that just came out on our social media pages.
I saw that. It was on the website, yeah.
Yeah, so, and she's great about just coming up with new ideas to have fun downtown and to get out and see new things.
Good. And so we'll get to meet her one of these days.
You'll get to meet her soon, yeah.
Okay, good. That's going to be great. So we want to, I guess, big shout out to the Downtown Schenectady Improvement, better known as DSIC, that's doing a lot to promote business and to create energy. It's not just business, because you're doing the banners, which is more than...
And that's really the residents, and that's for all of Schenectady County.
All of Schenectady County?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, come on down and take a look at them. Are there any still hanging? Yeah, there are.
No, we take them
They're all
down in
down?
November to protect them against the elements
Okay.
for the winter, and so that we can put up holiday decorations.
In May,
But we
they're
put them back up in May so that they are hanging in time for Memorial Day,
Oh, that's
and
a
then
good-
hang through Veterans Day.
Good, good, good. So check them out and I'm sure if you go to their website, you'll learn a lot more about it.
Yes, and nominations are open now for anyone.
So
who you'd
anybody
like
can
to-
nominate right now.
Absolutely.
Do they contact the website or do they
Yes, they
call
can,
you or what?
They can either email info@downtownschenectady.org or find the information right on our website at
Okay, and they can do
downtownschenectady.org.
any member that was in the military. Was a Coast Guard or any of those,
Yep,
right?
any of those, as long as you can show that they're from Schenectady County
Right,
and
yeah.
have the information about their rank and the backstory, so that
And
we
a
can,
photo.
we can get the information correct and have a photo.
Yeah, good, good. Well, there you go. If you know someone that you'd like to have included in the banners, Hometown Heroes banners, you know where to contact. Maureen will take care of it. She'll make sure that those banners get up.
That's right.
Because they have to be printed and everything. Big job. Thank you so much for being here, Maureen.
Thanks, Ann.
Looking forward to meeting your new colleagues too. So good. And now we're going to talk about Harbinger. Yeah, you were just mentioned here that Mark just mentioned. you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
What's going
and
on?
our first show is in downtown Schenectady,
Okay.
so we have a connection there.
Okay. Where's it going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be at MOPCO. Yeah, we're
Good
on,
location.
We're on North J Street.
Yeah, I know where that is.
Yeah,
yeah,
of course. It's our first time going to be there, but yeah, we just got our 2026 season together, so I am a happy camper.
You're a happy camper.
Yeah, we got all the rights, we got all the real estate, and we're ready to go. We've got 4 shows coming up in 2026. First show, Distant Country Called Youth. It's by Steve Lawson. It's adapted from the early letters of Tennessee Williams, and it's a one-man show.
Wow.
I will be doing it. And
Get out.
Linda
You're an
Shirey
actor?
is directing it.
I'm
I am
kidding
an
you.
actor. But yeah.
He is an
it's,
actor.
It's his early letters.
Yeah.
And Tennessee Williams is a touchstone for me. Ever since I read Glass Menagerie in 10th grade in high school.
Baby doll. And
It's
and
the
all this
reason.
stuff.
It's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
I would not be here without Tennessee Williams. And last year, after all the tumult off stage in the country, I felt like I needed to go back to the well and touch on why I do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And Tennessee Williams, he said, "Why do I write? Because I find life unsatisfactory." And that's
Oh, I like that.
what I'm going to dig into
Yeah,
and spend
yeah.
50 pages in 4 months
Memorizing?
memorizing.
I can't even imagine doing a one-man show
I
or a
can't wait.
one-person show. you
I've
know?
never done one. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think the closest you did was the one with
Yeah.
yeah,
Destroying David.
Yeah, David. I was trying to
Yeah.
think of.
Yeah, I did it with my partner,
Yeah,
Chris.
yeah, Chris, and
Yeah.
that was almost a one-man.
Yeah,
Except it was
almost.
a two-person show.
Although the playwright, after we did that show, we were the only ones to do that show as a 2-man show. He adapted it and made it into a 1-man show after
really?
we did it.
So
yeah.
you change your characters.
Yeah.
Chris
But-
was amazing changing.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Yeah, well, anyways, we're talking about plays. So, okay, so the first one is
That's
about Tennessee Williams. Okay.
Distant Country Called Youth at MOPCO, April 23rd through May 3rd.
And you can easily do that as a one-person show. There.
Yeah, it's his letters. It's the first 25 years of his life, writing letters to his sister, his mother, and then agents, actors, directors.
You really get a feel for the man.
Yeah, and it's up to the point of the Glass Menagerie opening on Broadway.
Okay.
So you see his struggles, you see him go through school. He dropped out of school, he had a miserable life at home, he had a very troubled relationship with his father. He had a traumatic experience moving from the South to St. Louis, which he used to call St. Pollution. And and it's all about him creating himself. He was born Thomas Lanier Williams, and friends at college used to call him Tennessee because he had this lilting voice.
Oh, okay.
And his
so he
father
just- he
was
kept it,
actually
yeah.
from Tennessee, yeah. So it's about him creating himself and finding himself in theater.
Did
And
he? Did you know all that before the letters, or I mean, had you read about him?
Yeah,
and that
I'm a devotee.
Got your juices going.
I'm a devotee of Tennessee
all right,
Williams.
yeah,
I've read dozens of books. There's a Provincetown Tennessee Williams Festival, which just closed last year, and I went to 10 years of that. But yeah, I've read all the letters beforehand. And many biographies.
Okay, so that it resonated with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I was in 10th grade, I had been fired from a couple of shoe stores. He worked in a shoe warehouse. My father had read
what a connection.
The shoes. But my father had read my journal, and I actually wrote a piece for the Wizard's Wardrobe, which is a literacy program in downtown Albany. They had a readers theater, and I talked about how I came to theater by reading Glass Menagerie in the 10th grade in Mr. Marhafer's English class, and the resonances between my life and what I felt towards Tennessee Williams.
Wow.
And I hold on to that.
Yeah. So what are some of the other plays?
The other plays, next play is a hugely popular play in Great Britain. I've never heard of it before. It's called Ladies' Day by Amanda Whittington, and it's about 4 women who work in a fish cannery, and they take the day off and they go to Ascot.
Oh, the races.
Yes, the races from My Fair Lady.
Yeah.
And so it goes from fishnets to fascinators. And they take the day off and they go and have a holiday and they gamble and they drink and they flirt and their bets start, they have an accumulator bet, which goes through the whole day and it starts winning. It starts...
what a fun play.
Yeah, it's 4 women and 1 man.
Okay.
The man plays all the other parts, from the boss to a bookie to a jockey.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Play. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Ladies'
But
Day.
it's popular in England and it hasn't.
Never been done
So you kind
here.
of are looking for, I don't want to say offbeat plays, but plays that are not really.
Offbeat's fine.
Is that okay?
yeah, offbeat's fine. You know what I love is
I
like,
don't mean it
if
in a
you
negative way.
No,
No.
Negative. How could offbeat
Yeah,
be
yeah.
negative? I treasure offbeat.
Yeah.
No, you know when you go to a children's show and the lights go down and the kids all go, "Ooh!"
I love it.
That's what I feel like with plays that I don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
You know, I have no idea what this play is or what I'm in for, and I get that, oh,
this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah,
And
we're going on a
you were
ride.
over in England. Didn't you go to Avon? And
We did.
I was there. It's like awesome, isn't it? When
Yeah,
you look
Avon.
up at the.
I had swans
Yeah,
right
the
at my
swan,
feet.
Those belong to the Queen. Remember that?
Right at my feet.
I know.
Yeah.
All the swans.
We did London for Christmas.
Yeah.
We did 26 shows in 15
Wonderful.
days.
On the West End too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We stayed
I
in
saw Les
Covent
Mis
Garden.
on the West End. Yeah. It was
Yep.
Just what a
Yep.
thrill that was.
I felt like Eliza Doolittle.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Great.
So Ladies' Day by Amanda Whittington. That's being done at Sage College, Theater Institute at
good,
Sage's
that's good.
Meter Little Theater. So that's over in Troy.
I know exactly where that is.
Bounce
yeah.
from Schenectady
Nice
to Troy.
theater, yeah.
That's going to be done in early June. I think it's June 6th through 16th.
Okay.
And then in September, we go to downtown Albany, one of my favorite plays of all time. All time.
Okay.
It's a recent play. We've tried to get the rights for it for 4 years. It's called Downstate by Bruce Norris, who
Okay.
wrote Clybourne Park,
Oh, Claymore. Okay.
which was the other side of Raisin in the Sun. Downstate is set in downstate Illinois. It's a halfway house for sex offenders. It's all these men who have been out of prison and they live in a communal house and they are visited by their parole officer, former victims.
Ooh, that's intense.
And it's about how to reintegrate themselves into society and the struggle of how to deal with these ex-convicts, right? And
what an interesting play.
it's a fantastic play. And many people are put off by it. Some people say, I don't want to see that. But if theater is about how do we live together, which is what it's about, right? Otherwise, you just stay home and watch Netflix,
Yeah.
right? You have to get up and you have to leave the house and you have to sit next to someone,
And share the experience.
right? So it's either a person that you really get along with, like a house on fire, or it's someone that you just, how do I make space for this person?
Yeah.
And that's what Downstate's about.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's a beautiful, funny, rich,
Funny?
thrilling.
Did you say funny?
Funny. It's a very, very funny play.
Oh, that's interesting.
The guys are very funny. And it's a thrilling play because there's an element of what's going to happen and there's danger. So you don't know, are we in a situation that has intensity?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it keeps you on the edge of your seat and it explodes.
And
It's
your
a
fourth
great
play?
That's at Albany Bard. Fourth play is called The Best We Could, a family tragedy, and that's going to be directed by Chris, and that's at our beautiful space at
I
Sand Lake
love that
Center
space.
for
yeah,
the
I
Arts.
love that space.
And that's about a father and daughter, and it's a road trip with a rescue dog, and it's really warm and nurturing until it's not. It's like
it's got
you find out
a little Stephen King-y.
you find out not quite a horror, but there are secrets within the family that come out, and ways in which that they have to accommodate each other. They have to live together. How do we live together?
Okay, so we got the place, but I want to, before we, because we're going to eventually end this conversation, I have to applaud you for the number of thumbs up you've gotten in awards for the plays that you've had. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, 2025 was a great season for Harbinger.
Wonderful.
We had a blast. We did 4 shows at the wedding at Sand Lake, Between Riverside and Crazy at Albany Civic Theater, Deep Blue Sound at Steamer 10, and then Swing State at Sand Lake Center for the Arts. And we won 2 Berkshire.
Wait, let me get the drums going.
Berkshire Theater Critics Awards. Tony Pallone won Best Supporting Actor in a Play for
He's a
Deep
good
Blue
actor.
Sound.
Yeah,
he's
he's a
an
good actor.
awesome actor. He was wonderful. And Chris Foster, perhaps you've heard of him.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
Won Best
He
Director.
seems to be okay.
Yeah, he's all right. He's got promise. That kid's coming along.
No, we love Chris.
And he won Best Director for Deep Blue Sound from the Berkshire Theater Critics Association, what
This
they
is
call
amazing.
the Berkeys. Yeah, we're up against Barrington Stage, Berkshire Theater Group, Capitol Rep. We're up against major institutions with our, little shows that we put together.
Yeah,
with,
but you pick shows that have punch.
Yeah, we won those 2 awards, and then we were on 4 Best of 2025 lists. At the Wedding, Deep Blue Sound, and Swing State were mentioned by Berkshire on Stage, the Saratogian, the Spot 518, which is the Daily Gazette. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not just like your friends doing this. I mean, this is these are people that are looking at a lot of things, and you got in there.
And friends.
Yeah, and friends. Well, they can be friends too.
Yeah, nothing wrong with friends.
And we should not end this conversation without saying that if you're interested in acting, this is a guy.
I have my acting class. Janice is starting acting.
Are you really?
Yes,
Oh, God.
yes, this Saturday. And we're moving to a new space.
Where are you going?
Yeah, we're going from Albany Barn. We're going uptown. We're going to the Madison Theater, owned by my council person, Owusu Anani. We're at the Madison Theater for the next 10 weeks.
I went to a big fundraiser there. It was amazing what they're doing with that building.
Yeah, I'm. Like Mark said, we need new spaces. We need new spaces to. We just got the rights and the real estate done for our new season, but because there was a lot of scrambling to find
Everybody's scrambling.
affordable spaces.
Affordable is the key word.
Harbinger, our tickets are $15.
Yeah.
We have a Flex Pass 4 for $50. We have to keep the prices down because people can't go to, how many times can you go? And I want to go every night of the week.
You want to see, and you're trying to get the audience here. Okay, thank you so much for being here.
You're
Say hi
welcome.
to Chris.
I will.
Yeah, even if he's a little.
Yeah, he's all right.
We love Chris. It's okay. Okay, Jan. Okay, you're here, and you're talking about Beat the Snow concerts.
I am.
And I hope you talked to Mark about that.
Yes, I did. I did. And I gave him, a couple other ideas, Octavo singers, if he hasn't done that.
Yeah.
And my son's Capital Region Blues Network. It's like make sure they're in there
Yeah, they're
too.
in there too.
Yeah. So when I don't see a play that I like, and it's time for acting lessons with Patrick. I've done that, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And
Yeah, I knew that you had done that in the
Yeah,
past.
I did one, couple sessions of that. And it's just fun to look at the material that's out there. And it's like our Beat the Snow concert series. This is sponsored by the Friends
of the Library.
Schenectady County Public Library.
And it's a membership organization.
And that is a membership organization where they get a bunch of their money is, of course, at their book sales and their bookstores. And so every year I look for some new people to come in. We just had a concert, and it was a one-man band.
Yeah, I saw that.
As is. So
I mean, I didn't go to it, but I saw it written up.
He's a singer, and he plays the guitar, and he plays the harmonica, and he plays the drums. He doesn't sing and play the harmonica at the same time.
No.
That's difficult. But he was very, very good. But what I love is the people who've been with us before are always creating programs, different programs, just like Patrick was saying about the different shows that they do. So one of our returnees is Bien Bazet, and she is doing Gershwin music. So you've got wonderful songs. The Man I Love, I've Got Rhythm, Embraceable You.
Wonderful music, yeah.
Wonderful music. And of course, you've got Porgy and Bess. And so one of the songs she might do might be Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Oh, wow, that's going to be a great concert.
And there will be nothing to cry about when she is singing Gershwin. She does a great job. She's accompanied
Is that going to be
by-
a cappella, or does she get
Oh, no, she's accompanied by Michael Clement.
Okay. Oh, he's
Yes, and
wonderful.
he's a wonderful pianist, well known in the area. And after that, around Valentine's Day, we're going to have Donald Hyman and friends.
I think we have a picture of him there. So.
And he is accompanied by flowers, candy, and dancing.
Always. Does he bring Ben with him to play?
Yes, he does.
Ben.
And a couple years ago,
There's Don up on the screen there.
yeah, a couple years ago, he brought an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, did he?
So everybody, and he was such a wonderful young man, just getting into that. And he is got that microphone, and he is singing to all the ladies.
And what's he singing?
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with Donald Hyman.
Yeah, we love Donald.
Oh, yeah. He just brings all kinds of good music and things. And then Roseanne, again, accompanied by Hargrave, accompanied by Michael Clement.
Clement again, yeah.
She's doing Sondheim. Well, Sondheim has written so many musical shows, so he got a
Into Woods
choice.
and all that,
Into the Woods. You've got Follies, you've got Company, you've got Forum. Anybody can whistle, anyone can whistle, and also a little night music. So she might sing, "Isn't it rich? Aren't we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in thin air. But where are the clowns? There's got to be clowns. Well, maybe they're here."
Yeah, that's
so
Sondheim.
she might
Yeah,
sing Sondheim. She's got such wonderful choices. And again, another group that might sing some Sondheim would be Act Two.
Oh, that's the group from
Light
Slop, right?
opera,
Yeah.
yes. So a lot of these players are from Light Opera, and you might recognize them. It is organized by Judy Merriam.
Yeah, we had the picture. I think that's the picture
Yes.
that we used at the beginning usually.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly, that group of people. And some of them, for instance, Melissa, she and I were in Into the Woods together. I mean, these are people that have done many, many, many pieces.
And they're amazing. Their
They
voices
are.
and their energy is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, but lest you think we only do vocal music, we are going to do Musicats, which is jazz. We will have the Etude Club of Schenectady instrumentalists, 100 years.
Wow, they've been
Started
around
by
a long
G.E.
time. I know that. Yeah.
Wives. Okay, G.E. Wives, who played when women weren't out there quite as much.
Yeah.
They played for themselves as they do now, and then they come out and do public concerts. But they'll have something special for their 100th anniversary
yeah,
year.
yeah.
You also have two groups of young players. Some are the Skidmore Scholarship competition winners, and I believe they're going to be playing marimbas. Which would
yeah,
be
the
fun.
marimba. Oh my God, those are.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be fun. And also you're going to have your Empire State Youth alumni, and they come and play. And
Okay.
those are wonderful
Instrumentals,
young orchestra players, and again, usually instrumentalist, although once in a while vocalist also. And another group that comes in to play for us, of course, is the well-known musicians of Malwick. Now this year they
We
have
had a picture
focus.
of them too. Yeah.
They have a focus on Bobby Burns.
Okay.
And so they will be doing a program later on in their season based on the Tam O'Shanter.
There they are. No, that's not. Yeah.
No, that was
Yeah.
Etude Club.
Yeah, that was the
There's
Etude, okay.
There is musicians of
Yeah, they'll bring.
Malwick.
There they are. There's
Yeah,
the musicians
yeah.
along with
And
Don Hyman.
Don Hyman,
What a
yes.
contrast.
Yes, right, contrast. But that's what we love,
Yeah.
you know? But
There's something for everyone.
there is something for everyone. All kinds of music, and the concerts are Sundays. They're 1 hour long. They start at 2 o'clock. There's sometimes
free.
They're all free. And in April, because it's Jazz Month, we're going to have, after Easter, we won't have a concert there, but the next 3 Sundays are all jazz performers
great.
because it's Jazz
Yeah,
Month.
yeah.
But there's a variety of music, and we've been talking about connections in several of your guests this show. And this is another place to connect. You may not know people's names, things like this, but you see them sitting there and you're sharing not a performance on stage, but you're sharing music. And again, with Don Hyman, he may get you up there dancing.
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna sing along
and
with
it's
him.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so,
And when he puts that mic in front of you and you go, oh my God, I forgot the tune.
you forgot, the words in tune, your mind goes blank.
Yeah.
But as I said, the musicians of Malwick focusing on Robert Burns, and he was only 37 when he died.
Yeah, I
And
did
here
not
he
know that,
has-
yeah.
Yeah, he was a young man. He had a tough life.
Yeah.
And his music is sung so often, and of course, we've just sung one of his most famous, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind, should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne,
Yeah.
for old lang syne, my dears, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And all of this music is that cup of kindness. The musicians coming in and bringing their magic, and the audience
It's
being
so
there.
appreciative.
They are. So Sundays from now to the end of April, 2 o'clock, free in the McChesney room of the library.
The main library. Okay, don't go anywhere. I have to tell who's coming up next show. We have the Asian Arts New York coming on, talking about Lunar New Year. It's coming up, the year of the horse, the fire horse, actually. Unite New York is coming on to talk about ranked choice voting. That'll be kind of interesting. We're talking about reading is fun. Sch'dy Civic Players has a play coming up, and then we have an author and musician. We got another musician coming, talking about. Her name is Nancy Gort. And I do want to remind you that coming up is Martin Luther King Day, and we hope that you at least learn a little bit more about some of his teachings and what he's done to on the civil rights movement. It's very important that we commemorate what Martin Luther King has done. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope that you'll check out our next show. I'm going to go back to Jan and say, you're producing this, so
Yes.
How do you find all your people?
They find me. And because a good portion of our groups are returnees, and this is
You don't have the same
over.
people every time. But
No, that's why, as I said, our one-man band is new. And even if I have the same program,
They
same
do a
person,
different program.
They do a different program. And I was going to bring a scarf because Roseanne always has about 4 scarves.
I know she does, yeah. She's so
Changes.
wonderful.
Yes, and
Wonderful
they are, these are people that really put time and effort. Again, we've seen it with whether it's a theater production or a musical production. These are people that are doing this through their heart, and they know the value. And we, the recipients of it, this is how we keep our souls together in this
We're the beneficiaries,
very,
yeah.
very chaotic time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. And thank you all for watching. I'm Ann Perillo, your host for Capital Region Today. And I got a great team, and they're all volunteers. Love them all. Thank you for watching.